My name is Lotus. I just recently published my first book, which is entitled Bear. It was published October 16 of this year, and I'm really excited about the things that are to come. I recently put on a showcase, and I had my first book signing last week Friday, December 6th. What led me to writing Bear is my life experiences, people who are in it, people who have inspired me, and trials and tribulations that I've been through. Bear is just like, in a nutshell, something that embodies wisdom, perseverance, intimacy, you could say sex appeal, embracing who you are, and going after what you want. I say it's like a relationship. You gotta be picky. You don't want to just grab anything that's just in your face. So what I did was I did my research by going on Google, calling up publishers, seeing what their prices was like, how much royalties I would receive back. I checked out traditional publishers, and I noticed that was not the route that I was trying to take, because with traditional publishing companies, they have the right to buy your rights. You're signing your rights over, and I didn't want to dabble into that. So what I did was I looked into different self-publishing companies, and I found a publishing company that sat well with me. The process of planning the show, first, of course, you need money. You need money to put on a nice show. So what I did was I created a fundraiser, which allowed me to put on the show. I couldn't do it by myself. So what I did was I reached out to family and friends, and I got a lot of support. I got a lot of people to donate money, a lot of people to donate goods, and that's how the show was able to come about. The actors and dancers and singers that you've seen on set were actually all my friends or people that I've met on campus that were willing to take a part of the show. So I didn't do this by myself. I didn't hire anyone. Everybody pretty much played a part of allowing this to be a success, of allowing the show to come to pass. So pretty much this whole production was made up with family and friends and classmates who came together to help bring my vision to pass. Okay, the theme for the night was the lotus flower. It was just a reflection of myself, how I compare myself to the lotus flower, how basically despite any obstacles that I may go through or any opposition, I'm willing to go through the fire, and because I know God is on my side, and at the end of the day, I will blossom like a beautiful lotus flower. Our first act of the night was the Real Marsha. The Real Marsha, which was the host of the night, she sang Just God, Let's Take a Long Walk in the Park. The second act was Tara. She did a few snippets of a few songs. After Tara, we had myself, which I performed my first poem of the night, which was Bear. After Bear, of course, I thought it was only right to show the designer of the dress that I was wearing for the first act, which was by Jamal Morrison. We had a few of his girls come out to show different styles that he designed himself. The third act of the night was a skit, which was entitled Jumeau Pride, which talks about the Haitian soup, which is the pumpkin soup, and where it comes from. Our fourth act of the night was Christ Crew. They did about 3 songs. They did a dance, which was really nice. After Christ Crew, we had our fifth act of the night, which was our second skit, which was A Letter She Wrote, which was about 5 ladies getting together, 5 sisters who are, very successful, but at the same time, they have one sister in particular who makes it seem like she has everything together. So she finally gets to her, in the right state of mind, where she finally realized that, yes, I do need a man. Yes, I'm successful, but at the same time, I need a man. So she writes a letter to God, and God gives her that man that she wants, and she inspires her younger sister, which is Lotus, which I play, and I end up writing a letter, which I performed my second poem of the night within that skit. Letter She Wrote, we had Toxic Love, which I performed. Toxic Love is about, a lustful relationship where you don't know whether you should stay or leave, and eventually, it gets really toxic where you have to leave. You have no choice but to leave unless, you want to be bruised for the next man who is actually for you. After that, we had a small raffle, which we gave out 3 ebooks. I gave out 3 ebooks and 1 free book, which was nice. It was all people that I knew, which was kind of cool. I gave them autographs as well. After the raffle, we had Tara. She sang Bag Lady, which was really nice. Her daughter was on stage with her, and I thought it was the cutest thing because you could just see how her daughter and her are so in sync. After Bag Lady by Tara, we had our Tamar Part 1, which is about a sister who loves her brother dearly, which is her stepbrother, but the thing is she doesn't know that he's really that sick. The goal of her brother is to sleep with her, but she knows that's not right. That's not, right in the eyes of God. But eventually, she's trying to help her brother, but he takes advantage of her, and eventually he rapes her. And she's really hurt and bruised by that, so she's mad at God for a couple of years, and eventually she surrenders to God. By her surrendering to God, she allows God to bring her a new man who actually loves her. So when it comes to their honeymoon night, which is in Part 2, she still has flashbacks of what happened with her and her stepbrother that causes her to kind of shy away from sleeping with her husband the night of their honeymoon. But eventually her husband's like, you know what, I noticed that I love you and I signed up for this, but at the same time I'm not going to allow this to continue. This is our wedding night, so I have to nip this in the bud right now. So he nips it in the bud, and with them praying towards the end of the skit, I have one of my acts of the night, which is Sophia, one of the dancers. She comes out and she blesses them by dancing. She acts as if she's the Holy Spirit, and she causes all the chains to break. They don't see her, she's the Holy Spirit. So once she's done dancing, eventually Tamar comes to her senses, like, okay, I love you as my husband and I'm willing to break these chains tonight. I'm tired of living in the past, so I'm gonna leave this I'm gonna leave this at the end. The last act of the show was Triumph, where I performed a poem, and this poem was just to simply encourage everyone to go after what they want, to simply include God in their lives, and just to be bold, to have tenacity to go after what they want. Once I finished performing that poem, all the cast members came out on the stage, and from Part 2 we sang Tasha Cobb's Break Every Chain, which I thought was really nice. After we finished singing the chorus of that song, we had my mother and my father, both my parents came up on the stage. Then my pastor came up, we sang him happy birthday. He prayed over me, which was really nice. I wasn't expecting that. And that's pretty much how we closed the show. After the closing of the show, we did book signing and we took a few pictures, and that's how the night ended. I'm truly grateful to say that I am actually an author. When I look at this book, I feel really proud because I know I couldn't do this without God. So the fact that I'm holding this book, I know that anything can come to pass and anything can happen. So Tyler Perry, you better watch out. Anyways, I say that with love, but yeah, I'm truly grateful, and I know God's gonna take me far. I say this with humility. I know He's gonna take me far, and I'm willing to help people that comes along my way. So if I could say anything, if you have a dream, if you have a passion, go after it, and don't worry about the money. As long as you have the dream, you have the passion, and you have the faith, you will make it far, just like God took me far. I did a showcase and I did a book signing.
Wes, this is your first show, and guess what? You did great. You built up a team. It all came together by the grace of God. So I can't wait till you just sit down and marinate. I truly believe that you're gonna do bigger and better things, and we'll be here for you all the way.
You're gonna be famous, Wes.
Yeah. All right. Much love.
Wes, congratulations. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your production. This was an amazing, amazing outcome. I pray that the Lord have many more to come for you. Keep being positive, keep being beautiful, keep staying focused, and continue to wait. Real Marsha, love you. I'm always here for you, my baby sister. Many more to come. Love you, babes.
It was a very great show, a very good performance. I love the dancing. Beautiful women. Yes, you are. What else can I say?
That's congratulations on your book, man. Even though you be tripping about me coming to practice, I made it. But anyways, congratulations.
Wes, it's your boy.
from the practices. So sober now. Shout outs to you. You know what I'm saying? Claude, it's your bear. Let's do this. I believe in you. You're going a long way. For sure.
We love you, Wes. I love you. I do this anytime, but next time, let me tell you something. When you be putting me in bar dancing, don't tell me nothing. It's going down. But you know I love you, girl. I love you, and I support you any day, anytime. I love you.
Man, Wes, you already know it was gonna go down. You feel me? All that mishaps that was happening, that was for show. We had you all along. Oh man, professionals. Hey, I'm out of here, man.
This is enough.
Tell Jody, remember when he